All right. I want to spend a minute now and talk about RESPA. There's probably nothing that is hotter in the real estate market outside of the issue that I just discussed, the subprime mess, than RESPA. Real Estate Settlement Practices Act, or Procedures Act, was passed in 1974. Starting in 2005, they finally decided that this 30-year-old statute needed some enforcement. The enforcement in 2005 and 6 exceeded by twofold the total enforcement of the previous 30 years. 2007 saw a 167% increase over the total of the previous 2 years. And every indication is that 2008 will greatly exceed that of 2007. In other words, enforcement under RESPA is growing exponentially. I couldn't even draw the chart without using a logarithm. It wouldn't fit on the board. So what is it that is happening with RESPA? Well, Section 8 of RESPA says that it shall be illegal to give or to receive anything of value pursuant to an agreement that settlement services will be referred. Now, it goes on to say in any federally insured mortgage. But folks, if there's an institutional lender, by definition, they are federally insured. So you have every mortgage loan that you do, every purchase with a mortgage loan is covered by RESPA. All cash deals are not, but they're relatively rare. So, for all practical purposes, this will apply to just about everything you do. Anything of value. Now, what I'm talking about, of course, is the lender, the title company, other settlement service provider asking you, look, we want your buyers that you're working with, or your sellers, depending on the service. And if you'll refer them to us, we'll make it worth your while. We'll give you something of value. We want to induce you. It's illegal. It's illegal for them to give the thing of value. It's illegal for you to receive it. What kinds of services qualify for settlement services? Well, the federal regulations are interesting. HUD, in promulgating its regulations, gave us a continuum. Over here was, and I'm not making this up, this is in the regs, buyer first dreams of buying a house with a mortgage loan, okay? There's your beginning point. Here is settlement. And actually, it might be after settlement, depending on the service, but usually settlement is everything that happens in between is a settlement service. Real estate brokerage, mortgage lending, home inspections, settlement services, the closing services, attorney services, pest inspections, hazard insurance, mortgage insurance, homeowner warranties, moving services. Anything that has to do with that transaction is a settlement service and is under RESPA. Anybody who gives or gets anything of value pursuant to an understanding of a quid pro quo for the referral settlement service business is committing a crime. Now, what is a referral? The statute and the regs are crystal clear. Anything you say or do that influences the decision of the party to use the referred source. Giving them a list is a referral. You don't have to say, we encourage you to use one of these parties. Just identifying the parties for them is a referral. You get the idea? It's as broad as you can possibly imagine it. Anything you do that could influence the decision to use a referral service is a referral. What is a thing of value? Stretch your imagination, because people in an effort to bypass the strictures of RESPA have stretched their imagination in the way they structure the payments that they get. You get a chance at a trip. A couple of months ago, a broker sent me a flyer received from a title company who does settlements in the area. Every time you refer a buyer to us for settlement service, we will put your business card in a fishbowl. This was actually what the ad said, the flyer said. As many of your cards in that fishbowl as you have referrals to us. At the end of the year, we will make a drawing for a $3,500 trip to the Bahamas. Illegal. Because just having the chance to win that trip is a thing of value. You make me a referral, lender says, And the next time a borrower comes in to get pre-qualified before they ever start their house search, I'll ask, are you using a realtor? And Joe, you've sent me business, I'll refer them to you. Illegal. It's a thing of value. I've got space in my real estate office. Mortgage company says, I'd like to rent your space. It'd be great. We can feed off each other. Naturally, you'll want to make it easy for the people that come to do business with you to borrow money. You'll bring them around to me. And you know that space that's 16 bucks a foot? I'll give you 20 a foot. The $4 is an illegal referral fee. You want to, let's do a joint marketing program. You'll be mentioned and I'll be mentioned in equal amounts. Give me the bill. Illegal. You're getting free marketing. If referrals are being made to that lender and the lender picks up a disproportionate amount of your ad campaign, it's illegal. And we don't even have to talk about a check, but they do that as well. It's just breathtaking, the amount of flagrant violations of RESPA that occur. Yes?
Back to your list. We've always been taught to do that. And a list of...
You just can't get paid for it. Give them all the referrals you want, you just can't get anything from the referred party.
I understood that you shouldn't even give them a list.
You can give a list.
Okay.
You just can't get paid for it. You can't hear the guy say, thanks for referring your friends to me. My point is, and here's a thing of value. My point is that merely giving your clients a list is a referral. You can't say, well, it's not a referral, I just gave them a list. Yeah, every time it hit, I got paid something, but it's not under RESPA because it's not a referral. That's my point.
You're not getting paid.
If you're not getting paid, it's not the referral, it's the payment for the referral. No one shall give or receive anything of value for the referral. Okay. Yeah, please don't misunderstand that. Okay?
But
Yes?
if you are getting a referral and you disclose it, isn't that...
All right. Real quickly, let me just, the question is a disclosure. No, a disclosure does not sanitize an illegal transaction under RESPA. I think what you're referring to is the referral of business to what's called an affiliated business entity or affiliated business arrangement, AFBA. Now, a lot of real estate companies have those. Most of the classic examples, Long & Foster and Prosperity Mortgage. Okay? Prosperity Mortgage is a joint venture between Wells Fargo and Long & Foster, or West Foster. I don't know who owns the other interest in Prosperity Mortgage. If a Long & Foster agent makes a referral to Prosperity Mortgage, the Long & Foster agent has to give a 5-part disclosure. Long & Foster, of which I'm a part, owns a piece of this entity to whom I'm referring you. Therefore, it stands to profit if you use it. Here's the price for the services that you are requesting. You're free to shop around because you might find it cheaper somewhere else, and you do not have to use us. 5-part referral. No required use is the big part of that. But if the Long & Foster agent makes the referral to Prosperity Mortgage, having given that 5-part disclosure, Prosperity Mortgage may not pay the Long & Foster agent for the referral. That's the illegal part. The referral is okay if you make the disclosure of a potential conflict of interest. That's all that is. But even if you do that, you can't get paid for it. And you saw what happened to West Foster a couple of months ago, when he simply told his agents, you ought to consider letting our clients see a bid from Prosperity Mortgage. And the RESPA folks jumped down his throat like he was committing the biggest sin. This is pressure, this is illegal. You know, Prosperity Mortgage, as I understand it, gives priority service to the clients of Long & Foster, and they may very well find it to the benefit of the client and the agent to make the referral. And West Foster cannot reward the agents for making the referral, but he can encourage them to do so. And you would have thought that just his encouragement was the biggest sin in the world. Any of y'all see what happened to him after he did that? He got pilloried in the RESPA press. Well, here's where it gets dicey. Now, your agents will be seduced by offers of something of value in return for referrals. And this seduction may take many forms. Here's a good one. And this happened in Virginia Beach recently. And a broker of a large firm in Virginia Beach called me when she heard from one of her agents that this was being offered. A mortgage lender came down here and was going to set up a joint venture, 50% owned or 51% owned by the mortgage lender, 49% owned by selected agents in the market. Want to guess which agents? The big agents, the big producers. And here was the deal. We are going to charge you a market rate for what we offer to sell you. Okay, so far so legal, you're not getting a thing of value. But you might already have committed a crime if the people you chose were from a select group who had been sending you referrals. Just giving the opportunity to invest at market value in a profit-making venture is a thing of value. So if you just pick people who had been giving you referrals to reward them by letting them invest with you, that's a thing of value, it's illegal. Well, they didn't. They were selective only according to production. But here was the deal. Now, we're going to sell 49% of this company to you. You know we can't give you a referral fee, but we obviously are going to want you to refer business to us. And it's in your interest to refer business to us. Our profits will be bigger, and you'll be an owner, you'll benefit. Now, I'll say you got 49 agents, each own 1%. All right? What kind of profits can they receive? Each can get 1% of the profits. That's it. You can benefit only by the amount of your ownership interest in the company. But Agent Tom makes 20 referrals during the year. Agent Dick makes 10, and Agent Harry makes none. How much profit do they get? They each get the same amount of the profits, 1%. Well, Tom isn't going to like that. Dick isn't going to like it much either. Harry's tickled. But the lender wants to give Harry an incentive and wants to reward Tom and Dick. So he says, at the end of the year, what we'll do, but we can't give you a referral fee. See, referral fees in our mind, we think it has to be like a check. No, we're going to readjust your ownership interest at the end of the year. Tom, you're going to get 2 points. Dick, you're going to get a half a point. Harry, you're going to get 1/10 of a point. Illegal. It's even in the regulations that adjusting the ownership interest in a joint venture in return for, or as a result of referral history or prospective referrals is illegal. I wrote an opinion letter for the broker, sent it to her. She sent it on to the lender. The lender called me, tail between his legs. There's been a big misunderstanding here. I don't know where these agents got the idea that I was going to readjust their interest. Well, they had all told the broker the same thing. I said, well, look, I know misunderstandings can happen, and I'm quite sure this is easily explained. Will you just send me a copy of your prospectus? He said, sure. I never got it, and he disappeared. Now, I don't know where he went. I don't know if anybody else here knows of agents who got seduced by this guy. For all I know, he's now in Southwest Virginia or Pittsburgh or San Francisco. I don't know. But they're out there, guys, and they're looking for referrals from your agents, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get them. And they're very ingenious in how they will try to disguise the referral fee. So your agents need to know that the fines and penalties are draconian, $10,000 per transaction per party.